Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Amster from Pediatrics in Warrenton, Virginia. Today we're going to talk about potty training. Potty training is another one of those major hurdles that children are often trying to achieve and can cause a great deal of frustration for parents. Often daycares, preschools, sitters won't accept children until they are potty trained, at least mostly potty trained. And for parents who want to get their child in at 2 or 3 years old at some of these locations, they actually wind up having a great deal of difficulty. It's important to note that the average child trains at approximately 3 years old, at least in this country. Um, a lot of times parents will ask me, their 2.5-year-old, well, what if he's not potty trained by 3? Really, there's really not much we can do. You can't make a child potty trained, but what you can do is make them want to potty train. Children often will use their use of the potty as a form of control. And so the goal is really to make them very interested in the potty, to make them want to use the potty, to make them see using the potty as something that they want to achieve, something that they want to do. If you try to force them to do it, they'll actually push back and it can make using the potty very difficult. Until the child really understands what's going on at the potty, they're really not going to use it. Many times we'll have children walk over to the potty, they'll sit on it, they'll play, they'll sing, they'll throw some toilet paper in there, then they'll flush it, and they're very pleased, but they don't really understand what happened at the potty. And so they have to have awareness that they have to go, they have to reach the potty in time, they have to know all the mechanisms of using it, and that can take time. Generally around 2.5, what I have parents do is try to team the child up with another child who might be a little older who is using the potty, generally like a 3-year-old. 2 and 2.5-year-old love to follow around older children. And so if they see the older child using the potty, then they want to do it. We all know about little siblings wanting to do what the older one does. You know, they want that privilege, that experience. And so if it's something that they have to achieve, if they see the older one doing it, they want to do it, then you can work on making them interested in it, something that they could do when they're older, when they're more mature, and they'll almost kill you to get to the potty as opposed to something that you want them to do. You do want to reward them, but you don't necessarily want to go over the top. Bribery only works for a brief period, because once the child gets bored of the reward, they'll actually stop doing it and the behavior will go away. Sometimes a reward system where if they use a certain number of times they get a small reward can be very effective, because they know they have to. It becomes a habit for them when they've done it enough times. They get used to to going to the potty. It's not that uncommon that children who are potty trained very early, 18 months or 2 years old, due to developmental issues, will often try to take more control of their own development, and they'll actually stop potty training, especially if it's something that the parents are encouraging. For all intents and purposes, they'll regress. We counsel parents not to panic when this happens, and that they will come back round to it when they're a little more developmentally appropriate. It's still a good idea to encourage potty training and to make them interested in potty training, but you don't want to force them to use the potty. And that can be very difficult when they were trained and now they want their diaper back and they want to and they still want to pee and poop in their diaper rather than use the potty. It can be very frustrating to adults and can often lead to interventions which actually cause problems like stool withholding and other developmental issues. So if you find that your child is having problems using the potty, is having a lot of difficulty, then let us know. We'll be happy to help. So again, this is Dr. Michael Amster from Pediatrics. Thank you.